Andrei Vedeneev, one of the works managers at the famous Magnitogorsk iron and steel plant, has proposed to name the city of Temirtau after Nursultan Nazarbayev during the solemn meeting held on Friday in honor of the plant's 50th anniversary. The metallurgist is confident that the city where the president of the country has started his career path more than deserves to carry his name. During one of the ceremonies in the Karaganda region, Nazarbayev admitted that he still sees the blast furnace in his dreams. Recently, the metallurgy industry representatives have awarded the president with the Person of the Year award. Today, Kazakh journalists have congratulated the nation's leader with his upcoming birthday. His 70th anniversary Nazarbayev is going to celebrate on the July 6th, which is Astana's foundation day. In any case, the president declined the proposal to rename Temirtau into a city carrying his name. In the meantime, the preparation works for the president's anniversary are in full swing. In the best of social realism traditions, Almaty is hosting personal exhibitions while new parks and fountains named after the head of state are being opened across the city. Find out more from the next story.
The National Library of Almaty is hosting an exhibition devoted to the head of the state. Visitors could see thousands of books which, according to exhibition organizers, are linked to the nation's leader one way or another. Even the books written by Russian classics like Turgenev and Nekrasov. This book exhibit, entitled Nursultan Nazarbayev, the first president of Kazakhstan, features more than 1,000 of books, including his own works or a book about him, his activities as the head of our state and the leader of the nation. The city administration has also took part in the event by presenting an encyclopedia called President, State, Independence. However, the book is not yet in free distribution because of the limited circulation. Therefore, the city authorities will present it to only most deserved readers. Reporters still managed to scan through the book, and one detail caught their attention. There's a picture inside in the park named after the president. Interestingly, the park was renamed on June 5th, but the book went to print back on May 15th. Hooray, friends! Applauses to today's fountain and everybody. In the meantime, the fanciest fountain in Almaty was opened in the mentioned park on Thursday. It doesn't have a name yet, but some suggest that since the entire park is named after the president, the fountain should probably follow the same fate. Repertoire writer Jadi Shaken cannot speak of the shocking grandeur of the Soviet antique Renaissance without referring to the law on the leader of nation. People fear the trends of the past and the authoritarianism of one leader. This is why there are so many heated debates of the matter. This law seems as a wall between the people and the president. This is a history lesson already learned, say the writer. People with Soviet past still remember the sad end of once great country, which promptly featured a personality cult as a norm.
Songs praising the president are composed on the eve of his 70th anniversary to be celebrated at the same time as the day of Astana. The next story has details.
The 12-year-old Ayganim wants to record her first song as soon as possible. She's the same age as Astana, and her song is devoted to its founder, Nursultan Nazarbayev. Ayganim and the authors of the song hope to present the brand new composition during the anniversary celebrations. Although not popular amongst white public, there is another song about Nazarbayev produced 2 years ago for the President's Orchestra and the National Guard's Choir. The orchestra members say that Nazarbayev has heard the song several times when it is performed at very private gatherings. The nation's leader apparently enjoys the song a great deal. The song is performed every time during private parties, like during the New Year celebrated with the members of the President's administration. On the other hand, the Russian band Anomaly, with roots in Astana, was initially not allowed to hold a concert in the days before the President's anniversary. After numerous attempts, though, the band was granted an open-air performance. We have been simply ignored. We're from Astana, and Almaty residents have a totally different attitude to the band. They don't appreciate it, but in Russia we're like a national heroes. In Astana we were treated the same way, maybe because the city administration people are from Almaty. The fans of the band assume the situation has simpler explanations, namely the band's repertoire has no song about the president, or Nazarbayev just doesn't like rock music. In any case, the music preferences and tastes of the nation's leader are well known to everyone.
More than 4,500 children are born in Kazakhstan with serious pathologies every year. The sad facts were voiced during the thematic seminar held in Almaty yesterday.
Child mortality in Kazakhstan has reached tragic levels. The most common child pathologies include, but not limited to, small weight, epilepsy, sepsis, the plunge decline, atelocardia. Children's lives are at the hands of highly qualified medical workers, which Kazakhstan experiencing a lack of, say experts. Almaty city alone lacks 420 neonatology physicians. The whole problem of children's disabilities comes from the maternity hospitals and parental centers, not because of totally unqualified personnel, but rather because they are not equipped well and, most importantly, lack human resources. Today, not many people study such areas of medicine as neonatology, neurology, neurophysiology, oncology, preferring urology because it is profitable. Every ward of the Almaty Children's Hospital number 1 is equipped with altitude chamber containing immature infants. Despite the very young age, each of these babies carries a bouquet of illnesses. They are still living only thanks to the efforts of doctors and firm beliefs of their mothers. Vika Ivashutina was born on June 15th prematurely on the 30th week of pregnancy. The baby suffered from icterus and small weight. Now she weighs 1 kilo 700 grams. We recovered from icterus but still have extra low weight problem because of oxygen deficit and since she was born prematurely. Sergei Savinov is confident that it is possible to decrease the child mortality rate amongst premature born babies. The good hearts of parents, knowledge of professionals, hands of the nannies and the profound passion are needed to help these tiny creations not only to survive, but also to avoid disability. Often the carelessness of women serves the main cause of the problem. In order to be discharged sooner, many of them leave the pathology wards as soon as babies have first signs of recovery. This way infants are deprived of the possibility to fully recover.
The load of healthcare problems in Kazakhstan is amplified by human rights violations in regards to HIV-positive citizens. Their status may be revealed in employment procedures and when entering kindergartens and secondary schools.
The HIV-positive people in southern Kazakhstan risk disclosing their status as without the appropriate documents of the AIDS center it is difficult to find a job or place a child in kindergarten. The 5-year-old son of Indira Odjanova is HIV infected. The documents required by local kindergarten include the paper that the boy is sick. The mother makes no secret of her HIV-positive status, but is shocked by the need to disclose her child's infection. I'm categorically against any organizations asking for references from the AIDS center. We're people like anybody else and we must be treated the same way. This is absurd if a healthy child will be asked whether or not he is HIV infected. It doesn't affect other children in any way, so why do they have to provide it? The regional AIDS center always has many women and children visitors. A big crowd is waiting in the queue to the treatment room and 80 persons were tested just before noon. The private regulations of the southern Kazakhstan employers require a potential worker to have the results of the HIV tests ready, as otherwise they are not considered for employment. However, this contradicts basic human rights, say the AIDS center specialists, adding that discrimination on the basis of HIV status is criminally liable. According to the Health Code of Kazakhstan, the HIV test is absolutely voluntary and these requirements are illegal. Also, there is a list of medical tests required for the admission to school or employment, and the HIV test is not on the list. The HIV-positive citizens of Kazakhstan cannot protect their rights, says the AIDS center specialists. It is evident that southern Kazakhstan really needs an education campaign on the AIDS and human rights.
These were all the news for this week. Join us on Tuesday. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.